I was truly surprised. With just a fairly simple method, I was able to complete the challenge of growing strawberry plants loaded with fruit, even in a small space. The interesting thing is, even if you live in the city or only have a very tiny corner for gardening, this method is still well worth trying. Now, let's get started together. First, I choose ripe, large, healthy strawberries, then use a small needle to gently remove the mature seeds. After collecting the tiny seeds, I place them in a small bowl. And soak them in warm water for about 24 hours. So they can absorb moisture evenly and germinate more easily. After soaking, I take the seeds out and let them dry well. I've already prepared some small plastic cups and cut holes in the bottom to help the water drain better. I fill the cups with a loose soil mix blended with worm castings. And now it's time to start sowing the seeds. In each cup, I sow about 4 to 5 seeds. Then later, I will keep the strongest seedling and remove the weaker or slower growing ones. After sowing, I water with just enough moisture to keep the growing medium damp. Then I wait patiently, and soon the first green sprouts begin to appear. Look at this. The tiny little sprouts have already started to come up. When the seedlings grow a little bigger, I use tweezers to gently remove the weaker ones so the healthiest plant has room to keep growing. Don't forget to water the plants regularly. And here they are. The little seedlings that were once so tiny have now become much stronger. They are ready to be moved into a new planter. This time, I'm going to reuse some old tires together with a small basket to make a hanging strawberry planter that is both beautiful and space-saving. I marked 3 points on the basket first, then drilled matching holes in the tire. I'm sure you're curious about how the finished planter will look, right? I use 3 small ropes and tie one end tightly like this. After that, I thread each rope through the holes I drilled. I do the same with all 3 ropes, then tie them together. And just like that, I've made a very simple hanging planter, quite unique in appearance, and also a very effective way to reuse old materials. Now, I'm going to prepare the growing medium. I mix the soil with microbial organic fertilizer to add nutrients and help strengthen the plants. Next comes cocoa coir, which helps make the mix looser, improves moisture retention, and supports healthy root development. After that, I add trichoderma and bacillus to help suppress harmful fungi, reduce the risk of root rot, and create a more stable soil environment. Everything is mixed thoroughly until the blend becomes loose and even, like this. Once the growing medium is ready, I use it to fill the planters. Next, I gently place each seedling root ball into the small holes I prepared earlier. In each planter, I place 3 seedlings and keep them evenly spaced, so each plant has enough room to grow. Just look at this root system. White, thick, and very healthy. After planting, I water the entire planter evenly. After some time of care, the plants have started to flower. Flowers are appearing here and over here as well. At this stage, I use a fertilizer that helps the plants bloom evenly and improves fruit set. I mix 2 grams with 1 liter of water, which is a suitable ratio for foliar spraying. Then I spray it gently and evenly over all the plants. All the flowers from before have now turned into beautiful young green strawberries. Look over there, a few fruits are already beginning to turn red during the fruit development stage. I also use a nutrient solution to help the fruits grow faster, increase sweetness, keep the leaves greener, and improve the soil. I usually ferment this nutrient water for about 2 days before using it. So the nutrients become more stable and easier for the plants to absorb. When used properly, the results can be seen quite clearly. However, I only apply it 1 to 2 times a week and always alternate with clean water to avoid making the growing medium too wet, which can easily lead to fungal problems. at this stage. Removing older leaves is also very important. This helps the plants focus their nutrients on developing the fruits, so the strawberries grow more evenly, look better, and ripen with better flavor. And here is the result after 3 months of care. The strawberries are evenly sized, plump, beautifully red, and very eye-catching. The fragrance from the ripe strawberries makes me want to harvest them right away. Can you feel the excitement too? There are fruits everywhere, and just looking at them is already so satisfying. It really is wonderful. Now, let's harvest these ripe, juicy strawberries together.